Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we are Real Estate Jerky Daily. I forgot a word there. Forgot a word. I hate when I forget words.
Yeah.
You hear that too? I hear me like echo.
It was. I think we're in an echo.
Echo chamber. What are you gonna do?
You know what? You're live right now.
I know. Everywhere.
Okay, everywhere. Hey.
All right. So why don't you go first, and then I'll go with all my news.
You want me to go with this?
Yeah, go with your
okay, watch this.
real estate news.
Bing.
All right. This is state of California as of February 3rd. So it's really all of January is basically what this is.
Yeah. Well, you may have a couple closings.
3 days. Yeah, but I'm just saying, look at the
363 per day. That's down considerably from.
Yeah, but I'm just saying January wasn't the best month.
Right.
So let's ignore that and just look at next month, I think.
Yeah, well, you got 519 pending sales per day in the state of California, week ending February 3rd. So you'll have some pretty good closings by either the end of the month or first of what comes after February? March.
No way.
Yeah, it does. And then listings are up. Listings are up about 100, which is kind of cool.
Well, yeah. Well, and again, even though these are up, they're half of what they should be.
Exactly.
Or
look what's down.
Close hill.
Yeah.
So one in one. I think Alexa wants to talk to us.
From ABC News.
Yeah.
Cool.
There we go. It's so helpful, even when I don't want her.
Thanks for the help, Alexa.
Yeah.
12.5 entered into escrow, 12.5%.
So 1 in 12
right
entered escrow of agents out there.
And we can round up. We can say 1 in 12 closed a sale.
Right.
And 1 in 13.
But look how many people think it's going to go through the roof.
They're still on fire. Look at it. They're so positive.
You know, still only 1 in 30%. That's 1 in 3 almost, right?
Yeah, they're drinking at
1 in 4.
What they're doing. They're having drinks at lunch.
I think I used to be a salesman.
This 36 point. I don't know.
Glenn Ross.
Oh, God.
When they're standing in there and the guy goes, "Oh, so I used to be a salesman." You know, Alec Baldwin saying that in that movie.
That actually is a very good movie.
The first 10 minutes is the best part. The rest of it, forget. First 10 minutes. Are they here? Everybody here?
Everybody's here.
Am I going to go? I'm going.
You should go.
What's your name? I came here $80,000 BMW. That's my.
It's a long ass name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So anyway,
he drops his Rolex on the dude's desk.
There is the facts in the state of California through the 3rd.
At least every other real estate agent is thinking that sales are going to be up now.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
Yep.
All right.
And listings will be up.
Right. We talked about CoreLogic numbers yesterday. How we were overall up not yesterday, but Wednesday on average, but them and BlackRock said we're up about 5.5% to 6%. I relooked at the thing and that's exactly what I have here. But what I really looked deeper in the report, and it's not easy for me to get out today, is that, they were saying the home buying season should enjoy a boost because of the pent up demand, as well as because the job market is so robust and the wage growth. I keep hearing that people are laying off, but we'll see what happens in the next few months.
Yeah.
But they were talking about where are prices likely to fall, I should say. I guess it would be the same word almost.
Yeah.
And if you look at, you have Rhode Island, New Jersey, Connecticut posting the biggest price increase this last year. I mean, than anybody else, which is shocking. That just means people moved to where it was cheaper. And in December, with double-digit appreciation rates, so Rhode Island was 13.3%, New Jersey is 11.3%, and Connecticut is 10.5%. The moral is you have to live there.
Yeah. And luckily, most people can work from home now. So,
right.
Although, have you heard any more on employers?
No, you paused.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, your computer's down. You went away. There you are. You're back now.
But I mean, I seriously didn't do anything.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What, Biden?
Shut the hell up.
All right. Let me finish my statement before you go somewhere else.
Go for it.
All right. This last thing. So the places they're worried about that they think prices are going to drop in is Atlanta.
Okay.
Spokane, Washington. I think there's a lot of places in Washington state that are having issues. And then in Florida, you have the metros of West Palm Beach, Tampa, and Deltona. And not, and we both went, Deltona, is that a place in Florida? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
The average home price is $110,000. So maybe you should move there.
Yeah.
What were you going to say now?
Biden.
What were you going to say, Biden, about?
I don't know. I forgot. No, employers were middle of last year, we're starting to pay people commiserate to where they're living. So even if they're working from home, and let's say they work for Microsoft, but they say, hey, your climate over there, your financial climate over there is a lot less expensive than living in San Francisco. So we're going to give you a pay cut of like 80% because it's so much.
Yeah, it's not what they did.
Chuck's
but nice.
making fun. I know the number is big. He's making fun of me. So I wonder if that's still going on, where you're moving there. You're thinking,
what they're
I'm
doing
making
is they're
California
telling you
wages.
No, what they're doing is most of them are saying come into the office, and if you decide not to come into the office, they're getting rid of you. Or there was another company went through and gave everybody horrible reviews so that they could then go and say, okay, well, you put them on a program that if they don't increase in the next 3 months, they can get rid of them.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's why I'm thinking even though we keep hearing how great the Bidenomics is and how it's fixing everything with the employment market and everything, I still think it's not what first of all, I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, I created 500,000 jobs, and the person says, yeah, I know, I have 3 of them. Still can't make it.
Right. And so we just don't know. So I still think we're going to start seeing some things happen more with more people laying off because it's not as great as people think it is. There's only a third of the people surveyed that says they're doing amazing. And I think that third is the same few people. Just a few things that came out today. Fannie Mae drop their new stuff that they do every so often, make some changes. The biggest thing that I saw, you're actually slow today. Fannie Mae, make sure your power's on there. Move your mouse. Fannie Mae went over ARM interest rates, cash out for manufactured home. They made some changes there. Prior to right now, this happening, if you had a manufactured home on a permanent foundation, you want to do a cash out refinance, you could only do a 20-year term.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can do a 30-year term. And then they also said that the lowest note rate for ARMs, like the 7-year and the 10 is a 10-year. I don't know if they got rid of the 5-year, but the biggest thing I've seen with the 7 and 10, it's just still more expensive than the 30-year fix rate.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came, and so it wasn't a lot of stuff, but the biggest thing I saw was the manufactured home, because we've had people who have so what you do is you buy a property with a manufactured home on it that's not on a permanent foundation. You put it on a permanent foundation, and then you do a cash out refinance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you get your money back.
And
Well, before you had to do a 20-year term.
You had a couple of people that were kind of like, hey, that's not the right thing to do. Well, yeah, it is.
Says who? Oh, that's different.
I remember.
Yeah. Let's see. Housing credit data. All right. So everybody, remember, for the longest time, they're like, hey, everything's going to fall apart. The sky is falling. It's going to be horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been talking about how there's not going to be the foreclosures because of how things were bought.
Right.
First, I'm going to show you where the foreclosures stand right now. Then I'm going to show you how, no, let's do the opposite. So I'm going to do this way. All right. So this states mortgage originations by credit score. And if you look at the top, the blue is 760 plus, then the gray is the 720 to 759.
Okay.
And then so if you look at back, you probably can't, I don't think you can see this, but back in 2003, 2004, all the quarters here, if you look, pretty much everybody had a FICO score under 720, but really a lot of the stuff was down in the 620 to 660 range.
Okay.
As we go forward and we see what's happening here, if you look, people started getting better FICO scores as we keep going in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Look at 2020, 2019, and then 2020, 2021. Look at those FICO scores of most mortgages that were done is 760 plus.
Mm-hmm. Those are great buyers.
Bro, those are just where we are compared to where we were. People have worked on their credit and worked on it and got it better. And so that's why we're not going to have a problem because of that. If you add the actual look at new foreclosures and bankruptcies, you can see that back in 2003, all that thing that was going on. And then for really 2008 through 2012, all the foreclosures that happened as they keep going, 2020, oh, look, no foreclosures. The bankruptcies are the pink. Those kind of stay, but you can see they're even down. And as of right now, we're still nowhere close to any other time in history when it comes to those things. So if you don't have distressed sales, you don't have bubbles, right?
Bubbles? Don't kick bubbles out of bed.
Tiny bubbles.
Yeah.
All right. So if you look at total balances by delinquency status, if you look at the top, it goes from 30 days all the way to severity of derogatory. You like how I said that?
I did.
Today? All right. I can't see the dates 21, 22 because our real estate jerky
is in the way.
Let's see if I
just leave it. But
all right. So you see 2020, 2021, 22, and 23. So in 23, we've kind of popped up a little bit. But if you look at, it's pretty even. You know, there was more in 2020 and 21 of severely derogatory than any other. You know, and you see that. And if you go back,
especially in 2020,
all right. But if you go back, it's pretty average until you go all the way back to where we used to be at.
Right.
Moral of the story.
Don't go back.
Yeah. The biggest issue that we have, or how we're looking at things now, is because of. I'm not going to put that thing back. The biggest thing they're looking at is we changed things, how we do things in the mortgage industry after 2010. There was qualified mortgage laws that came into play that we couldn't do certain things on residential properties.
Right.
So now when people go in foreclosures or bankruptcy, it's because they've lost a job and they can't pay their mortgage. It's not because the loan structure was a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to. So we don't have any of that. So for people in the past that said, hey, we're going to have this, the sky is falling out of Las Vegas. The sky's not falling. You're wrong.
Well, maybe in Las Vegas over that one dude.
Yeah, well,
he's just patting his pockets.
But again, I told you, not a lot of news today, but they are coming after our plastic bags again. And I don't know if you noticed that if some of the stores have been giving they ask for paper or plastic. Plastic bags are bad, paper good. What happened? They got around the law because thicker bags were not the ones that they got rid of. The thin ones. Yeah.
So your non-fat milk would fall through.
Right. So California legislators thought that's just horrible, that we got to work on that. Instead of anything else, we got to work on these plastic bags, because that is where the problem is in our state. Nowhere else. Nothing else is problem.
Don't fix the homeless. Don't fix the fact that we don't have enough.
I thought Newsom did that because he said in 2013 he was fixing it.
Yeah. Well, he's still working on it.
All right. Well, so Senate Bill 1053 and his twin measure of Bill 2236, of course, done by Democrat because they run the whole state.
Yeah.
And out of San Ramon, basically they're trying to get rid of that loophole that allows for the thicker bag. So now you're going to have to go paper and the reuse bags. And the reason they got rid of the thicker bags are supposedly you can reuse them. That's how they got around that law.
Yeah, I reused them.
Yeah, sure. CEO confidence survey came out today. Quarter one CEO confidence survey said overall index rose from 46 to 53 because of moderate inflation, expectations of lower rates, and that the labor. Good morning, sir. The labor components are weak. 23% of CEOs expected layoff workers, as we just talked about. It wasn't funny. I'm sorry. I don't know why I laughed. Just call me, what's her name? The vice president. Up from 13% in the previous quarter, and only 35% of CEOs expect to expand their workforce over the next 12 months to 24 months, down from 38%. Bottom line, they don't think it's that great out there. Next week is the huge news week. We got consumer inflation expectations on Monday, Tuesday, consumer price index, Wednesday, mortgage applications always comes out on Wednesdays, Thursday's initial jobless claims, which always comes out on Thursday. But you have retail sales, National Association of Home Builders index, and industrial production and capacity utilization. And then Friday is the producer price index, PPI. Yeah. And so we got some numbers next week that can move the market. I think they're all going to come in exactly what they thought, or worse than what they thought, not like better than they thought, what they want.
A tenth off what they expected.
Like they always are. 1/10. Yeah. We missed it by this much. All right. That's all I have for today. All the story is buy a home. Don't wait.
Buy a home. Don't wait. Who are we talking to this weekend? We've got a buddy from Cleveland.
Yeah, we have a guy from Cleveland who does bulletproof cash flow or something like that, where he helps people purchase homes. He does that whole program kind of like Jake and Gino we had in, but he's in Cleveland, which is going to be unique to see what that market's like.
Yeah. I can't wait.
And then is it next week or the week after? I have a dentist who's a doctor real estate or whatever, and he's in Louisiana or someplace like that. And he's going to talk about what's going on there and what he does too.
Oh, I hope he has a cool accent.
Probably not. He's probably New York. Long Island.
So he talks
Long
fast
Island.
we can park your car in the garage.
Yeah.
But all right. Yeah. So, and then we got Super Bowl this weekend. Who are you rooting for?
The team that wins.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No, the Niners. Go Niners. It's gotta be Niners win. Administration changes.
Yeah.
See you in Monterey, Mike. No, I'm no longer I won't be there. Sorry, Chuck. Nobody wants me from my association to be.
We have to start making crank phone calls now.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants me to be on the CAR leadership anymore. I'm discontinued.
He's a quitter. That's right, Derek. He's a quitter.
I quit.
I had to do Peacock for that one playoff game, right? The Chiefs game, right?
Actually, I forgot that I already had it.
Right. Well, I went and canceled it, but I was on there. I don't know if we talked about it, but they have Ted, the series. It's a prequel to the Ted movies. It's back when he's in high school, right? The Ted, the talking bear.
I actually watched the first show, and I texted my buddy across the street and said, if you're not watching it right now, you need to, because this is flipping hilarious.
Oh, it is. All of them are hilarious. And that's, it's like, that's hilarious. Yeah. And they had in there listening to the Jerky Boys. That's what brought up the whole statement.
What he says? Who is yelling out second? Well, that's going to have to be you, Chuck. When we move emotion.
I got it. I understand, because I'm in Rotary and on the board.
Yeah. But we don't have to yell that.
Have fun in Monterey there, Chuck.
Yeah, and Derek. Derek and Chuck will be there fighting for protection of private property rights.
All right. Well, got to do something to protect us, because California wants to take everything.
And no more point of sales.
Yeah. But people are very much getting upset with what's going on with this current administration, because they're going, how come these migrants are getting this much money per month and you're not giving us anybody who are here?
Yes, and Alvina.
Yeah. Well, have fun, Alvina. All right. That's all I have.
She's smart. Smarter than me.
Yeah. All of us.
But most people are. So.
But two of us together, we're still not that smart as her. All right. That's all I have.
Have a great weekend, guys. Go Niners.
Yes. Enjoy the game on Sunday and make it a great day. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Peace out.